You have not seen what I have seen.
I have seen my share.
You have not seen what I have seen.
Elrond has seen his fair share! Elrond has seen his fair share! Amazon finally dropped its new actual trailer for its new dumpster fire of a TV show that's coming out this September. Hopefully it gives us a little bit more insight into what they're trying to do with this show. Maybe we'll see, I don't know, some little story hints or something like that. And maybe we'll see something that actually resembles something Tolkien wrote a little bit.
Oh, I don't think so.
That's the biggest thing that I'm hoping for with a show that says it's based off of J.R.R. Tolkien's work, alright? I just hope they try to make it seem like it is from his work. You know what I'm saying? That would be the best thing for me. But let's check it out.
There had not yet been a sunrise.
Okay.
But even then,
Valinor, probably?
there was light.
2 trees of Valinor, alright. I already have a problem with this, because guess what, Amazon? You don't actually have the rights to the 2 trees and the whole storyline that goes along with those, with the Valar basically creating the trees, and then Melkor destroying them, and then the Silmarils being created, and Feanor going after Melkor. You don't have any access to any of those, so why are you even including it in here at all? And my thoughts are that they're probably just going to have some sort of, prologue at the beginning of the show to kind of set up the world, and then, so they're showing just this part in the trailer because this is the only thing that actually represents Tolkien's work accurately. So yeah, it'll be like first 5 minutes in the first episode to set up some stuff, and then the rest of it will not resemble anything Tolkien wrote at all. Screw you, Prime.
Have forests to protect.
Forests.
Dwarf their minds. Mend their fields of grain. But we Harfoots have each other.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares! Nobody cares, alright? We Harfoots have each other. All of the hobbits are super Irish for some reason, except for the black one. He sounds normal, but like all of the other ones, super Irish, of course.
I can't understand your accent.
The dwarves have their holes. I read somebody already say a comment that if you set it up to look like the most unlikely person is going to be your hero of the story, it's not going to be unlikely anymore, alright? You're showing us that the hobbits have a really big part to play in the show, so as a result, we know that they're probably going to have this massive impact in the story, alright? It's not going to have the impact that you think it's going to have, okay, Amazon? That's just all there is to it. Based on the works of J.R.R. Tolkien.
Bullshit.
I have a very big problem with that, because Amazon, you know that the Tolkien fans are the only one that's going to make this show actually work, and so all you can do is try to rope them into it, and you're saying, oh, based on the works by J.R.R. Tolkien. But are they, though? Are they? Or did you take a few characters from all of the rights that you have characters to, and did you just kind of shove them into this world and make up your own narrative that, appeals to all of the right diverse people, alright? That's what I think you did. So, saying it's based on the works of J.R.R. Tolkien is just downright disrespectful at this point.
How dare you stand where he stood?
It's not J.R.R. Tolkien's work. It's basically a disgusting, demented, molded form of his work that you've decided to strap his name onto it because you knew it'd be popular with his most loyal fans, alright?
You have fought long enough, Galadriel. Put up your sword.
You want to know how much fighting Galadriel did? Basically none, alright? The only time that we have recorded in any of Tolkien's history that she was in any battles was one time, when Feanor committed the kinslaying and left Valinor to go after Melkor, alright? We know that she fought in that battle. That's it. That's it. You know what Galadriel did in the Second Age? I'll tell you a few things she did in the Second Age. She went to Lindon, established Eregion, and then established Lothlorien, and she had some distrust in Sauron. That's about it, alright? The reason she basically did nothing is because the most important things that she did were in the first and the Third Age, alright? Second Age, she basically didn't do anything. She was the only one that distrusted Sauron, disguised as Anatar, because she's an insanely good judge of character. She did the same thing with Feanor. She counseled Celebrimbor to hide the rings, and then she received one of the Rings of Power and hid it, alright? She established Eregion, she established Lothlorien, and she had distrust in Sauron. That's it. She never went to Numenor, she never fought in any battles, alright? If anyone fought in any battles that was connected to her, it was Elrond and Celeborn, alright? Elrond was in so many battles, alright? Celeborn was in a ton of battles as well, fighting off fiends and basically establishing his territory, alright? So no, Galadriel is not a warrior. I don't care how many people say that she is. She's not a warrior. If she's a warrior in the Second Age, then that makes no sense, because the only battle she ever fought was in the First Age, which was thousands upon thousands of years before that, okay? So if this is the Second Age, then she's put up her sword a long time ago, okay, Elrond? She put up her sword a very long time ago.
Do you understand?
The enemy is still out there.
Elrond fought in so many more battles than you did, Galadriel.
You have not seen what I've seen.
I have seen my share.
You have not seen what I have seen.
Elrond has seen his fair share! Elrond has seen his fair share! Elrond has been in so many more battles than Galadriel. It's almost ridiculous how many more battles than Galadriel has been in.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
He was there to help fight with Isildur, to go against in the Battle of the Last Alliance. He was out there basically rooting out evil against the Black Númenóreans. Elrond did so much more than Galadriel did in the Second Age. He is a paramount character in the Second Age, alright? You have not seen what I've seen. Elrond has seen just as much, if not more, okay? That's just ridiculous. That's a ridiculous thing to say. Oh gosh. And then look at this, look at this. What's this? Okay, so this is what, the flooding of Numenor? Is that what's happening? Flooding of Numenor? Galadriel was never there. Galadriel wasn't in Numenor. She was married to Celeborn, and she was living in Eregion when this happened, okay? No, she was actually living in Lothlorien at the time, and she had already received her Ring of Power, alright? This happened way after the Forging of the Rings, alright? The fall of Numenor happened way after the Forging of the Rings, alright? Galadriel never would have seen this. Goodness. Do you guys even read the source material? At all?
Do you even live?
Gosh, drives me nuts. This timeline is already screwed up.
What I have seen.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Darkness will march over the face of the earth.
Elrond was actually a diplomat to Gil-galad, alright? So that's a good thing. Looks like they're interacting with each other a lot, and it looks like Gil-galad isn't just this bumbling idiot and knows that there's a lot of darkness happening, or whatever. Is this Sauron right here with his orcs? I mean, like, is he going to take over Numenor? I don't know. I don't know. Because he never, like, yeah, he was taken to Numenor and eventually disguised himself as Anatar. So many questions, no answers.
The past is...
Okay, apparently this is Halbrand, and apparently he's Sauron. What? Which makes no sense. Sauron never disguised himself as a human, okay? He was a Maiar, basically a demigod, alright? Insanely powerful. One of the most powerful creatures in Middle-earth. Sauron never disguised himself as a human. He looked at them as horrible, disgusting beings, the same way Melkor looked at elves and humans as super lesser beings. It's the whole satanic complex, alright? He never would have disguised himself as a person. Yeah, he disguised himself as a vampire, as a werewolf. He was very good at shapeshifting until that ability was taken from him. But he never would have disguised himself as a person. And plus, even if this guy is supposed to be Sauron or whatever, they didn't even get his name right. Halbrand? Sauron? His name is clearly Anatar in the books, alright? Gosh, give me a break. Give me a break. This is such garbage.
The past is dead. We either move...
The past is dead. We either move forward or we're destroyed. Does that sound anything like familiar at all?
Let the past die. Kill it, if you have to.
Okay. It seems like they're going to be trying to set up something the same way that Star Wars destroyed all of its main characters. The past is dead, right? And if we either move forward or whatever. So it sounds like they're trying to... Either they're moving forward from Numenor or they're moving forward from Valinor or whatever. I really don't know at this point. But it looks like these are maybe survivors of Numenor sinking, which again makes no sense if it's happening before Sauron even creates the rings, okay? Because that happened. Sauron created the rings before Numenor fell, and he seduced King Pharazôn into going into Valinor, and that's what caused the fall of Numenor, okay? So, it doesn't even look like Pharazôn is going to play that big of a role. They're probably going to make his wife Miriel the one that's actually the powerful one, rather than Pharazôn, even though she was basically just a damsel in distress, okay? She was his cousin, and he married her because he needed power, and then took over Numenor. She didn't play any role, like, at all, okay? Miriel didn't play a big role in the Second Age at all. It was all Pharazôn, the corrupted King Pharazôn. See, maybe this is King Pharazôn. Maybe this is him. Maybe that's him, King Pharazôn, trying to bring his people over to Numenor, but over to Valinor, and then maybe that's when he steps into Aman and Numenor is destroyed. But it seems like they're still setting it up so that it looks like Sauron creates the rings after the fall of Numenor. Because it's setting it up to make it look like Galadriel was at Numenor when it fell, and now she's there trying to find Sauron, which just makes no sense at all. At all. It makes no sense. It messes up the entire lore. They didn't even read the appendices that they had access to, which this stuff is barely even mentioned in the appendices anyway. Rings of Amazon. This gives me no confidence at all.
Oh, somebody kill me, please!
It looks even worse. Now that we know who Sauron is, and we know that they're trying to set it up to be the events that happen after Numenor falls, then it just makes no sense. They're making Galadriel seem like she's this warrior princess that has been fighting her entire life. But again, Galadriel was not in any she was in one battle that we know of, alright? Tolkien set it up so that Galadriel was a very prominent character in the Third Age. She's in The Lord of the Rings a lot, okay? She played a very significant role in Sauron finally being destroyed, okay? She did not play that big of a role in the Second Age. Her role was even bigger in the First Age, okay? So I have no idea what they're trying to do with Galadriel. Make her seem like this warrior princess that just, like, is super badass, and they're gonna make Elrond look like a little bitch that doesn't even know what he's doing, and he doesn't see clearly, when Elrond was in so many battles. He fought so many battles. He was with the Númenóreans from the beginning to the end. He was helping them fight. He was counseling. He was counseling Gil-galad. He was fighting at Gil-galad's side. He was there at the Battle of the Last Alliance. It just makes no sense. And if this is also happening when Sauron creates the rings, then Isildur wouldn't be born for another 2,000-3,000 years, okay? Not 2,000. Okay, it was like 1,500 years. My bad. Númenóreans only live 200 to 300 years, so it just makes no sense. I don't know what they're gonna do with the dwarves. There was plenty of trading with the dwarves between Eregion and Khazad-dûm, so if they're gonna set up some sort of conflict between them, that makes no sense. There's just so many problems already, and this gives me no more confidence in the series as a whole, okay? No more confidence. It just looks even worse than we could have thought. They're setting up the Harfoots to be, I don't know, they're setting up the Harfoots to be some sort of heroes when Harfoots weren't even mentioned in the Second Age. There's just so much things wrong. Amazon, you're going against the lore and you're pretending like you're not, and it's just dastardly and mischievous and nefarious. I hate all of the ES words, okay? It's just a horrible thing to do. You're trying to trick us into thinking that it's going to be good, and it's not. It's just not, okay?
Stop it. Get some help.
All of us fans, we love the lore that we've learned about and that we've been reading for years and years to come, and we love the characters. You're just going to destroy all of it. I have no doubt that they took the parts that looked the most similar to the things that happened in the books and showed them in the trailer because they know that's what the fans want.
First of all, you need to quit lying.
When the show comes out in September, it's going to be nothing like anything. It's going to be nothing like what Tolkien wrote at all. The only thing similar is it's going to have some main characters, and that's about it, okay? I would say that about the only thing this thing has going for it is the visuals. The visuals look very nice. It looks pretty. There are some things that are very obviously a green screen, but, you know, it looks kind of pretty. That's about it. It better after a $465 million season 1. Season 1 was so much money, it better look nice. I sure hope it does. And I feel bad for these actors and actresses because they probably love Tolkien as well. Morfydd Clark, she could make a good Galadriel. And Elrond, he has the, whatever his name is, Mark Aramo or whatever. He could make a good Elrond, but it's just, I'm sure that this series is just going to try checking as many boxes as possible in order to appeal to as many woke people as possible. It's just going to be horrible, okay? So yeah, it looks nice. That's about it. This whole thing is a steaming pile of garbage, and again, they kept it as vague as possible in this trailer because they know how garbage it is, alright? Don't hold your breath, people. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be horrible. And we're all gonna watch it burn down together. Anyway, peace out, my dudes. Oh yeah, by the way, this trailer has been out for about 2-3 hours now. And guess what? 31,000 dislikes already. Guess what, Amazon? Take a hint. Nobody wants this. Everybody is going against you. It's been out for 2 hours and it already has a ratio. That's ridiculous, okay? Yes, I did add my own dislike because I'm very angry about this series, alright? So I helped out on that a bit. But get 31,000 already. A couple hours and it's already 31,000. Take a hint, Amazon. Gosh dang.
End of story. Bye-bye. See you later.